ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, January 18th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 3 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 32 degrees with a high of 38, heat wave, and a low of 17, heat wave. It's been a lot colder. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, conversation, and anything else that happens to come up. And of course, adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That's always fun. And welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. It's great to everybody here, and welcome to my Facebook peeps. Did I say YouTube peeps the second time around? YouTube peeps when this goes to video. Oh my gosh. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. All right. So what we do is we always have a duet piece, which is a piece that comes out of one of my books that I publish. I give it away as a freebie. You got to get it in my Facebook group, and we've got 3 of them right now. We've got this little guy. We've got this couple on the log, and then we have this wedding couple. So yeah, we have fun. So you can get these all for free and then come in here and color with me or watch it at your convenience. All right. So this is the little guy that we're working on right now. Now, you may wonder why I've got 2 of these started. And that's because we were working on him and he ran off for a while. So he disappeared for a day. So I got this piece and we started up on him and her. And he finally decided to reappear. So I'm going back and we're finishing him up. Naughty, 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 naughty. How can we be mad at that face? So this is the first project I'm working on tonight. And then the second project I'm working on is Johanna Bosford, Worlds of Wonder. Let me set up my extra monitor here. And the low of -1. Welcome. Dorothy, hello. Welcome back. Looba-dooba-doo, so glad to see you. Looba-dooba-doo, so glad to greet you. Looba-dooba-doo, how are you this evening? Hi, Luba. Oh, Linda, welcome. Linda, the 3 amigos, Michelle, Linda, Michelle, and Wally. The Hirschenberger family likes to come in and watch. I think that's pretty cool. All right. So I'm working on Worlds of Wonder, and hold on, let me, oh geez, screen's rotating and all sorts of things. There you go. So there's the piece. It's a 2-pager. Wally and Michelle say hi. Hi. Hello, Michelle. Oh, hello, Wally. So glad to see you here tonight. Oh, Luba, I feel really good after hearing your beautiful voice. Well, Luba, I can't have you enter without the song, right? So last night I was working on the orange thingies here. We've got some more orange thingies along the bottom. Thank you for the feedback on this picture. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. It's a pretty one. I had a lot of fun doing the village part. You love people with good humor. All right, does that mean that you love the good humor man? All right. Dorothy, so glad to have you back. Now, this little guy is out of the book Valentine's Gnomes Jubilee. Well, Dorothy, we missed you. Oh, my apologies. I need to use a tissue. The joys of live broadcasting. Excuse me. Excuse. Okay, so we've been working on this flower area. And again, Dorothy, take your time getting caught up. Don't rush it. Excuse my arm. So last night we were working on the flower, on the greenery. Don't forget your paper towel to put underneath your hand. Luba, by the way, I love your broadcasts. Can't understand a word of it, but the French is so pretty to listen to. Sorry, a little bit of camera adjustment again. So we rest our hand on here, of course. Guys, how's the weather in your area? Enough snow has melted that the streets are clear, just wet. It's going to be up in the 60s next week. That will be great. All right, so let's work on these leaves. I did the flower last night. Your fearless leader can't tell the difference between flowers and leaves. Hello, Sandy. Anybody have any questions? Of course, you'll let me know while I'm broadcasting. So it's 32, which is great. We had a high of 38. And that's Fahrenheit, Luba. Okay, I'm on the right-hand side. -18. Oh, Luba. You Canadians are built for cold weather, though, right? Okay, so let's get a few of these tips done. And I'm using this green on the lighter areas. Oh, Canada, da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. All right. And let's put a little bit over here. Hey, Moggy. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday to one and all. Okay, now we're going to get a medium green, which is an olive green, basically. Do you guys remember that night we started talking about national anthems? And I played the national anthem for the U.S., the U.K., and the United States. That was fun. No, Canada was in there too. Okay, now we've got our olive here with the blending. I'm blending with my light here. What's the most important skill to learn? Blending. I'd rather have you have lousy colors and great blending than fantastic colors and lousy blending. All right. Now, if anybody is new in here and would like a copy of this piece, we can get it to you. All right, let's get a little more of our light here. And then I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my hat. Okay, let me find a really good green. I want a nice dark green. Now, when you pick your greens, be sure that they don't have blues in them. All right, let's go back to this first leaf. And we've got our darkest green. And we want to blend that edge between the two colors. And what do we call a successful blend? When what? When one color seamlessly disappears into the next. We'll do a little bit of a finger blend there. All right, let's move on to this guy. And what's the most important part of your project? And the answer is the part that you're working on, which means no matter how minuscule the object is on your page, you want to put your best efforts into it to making it look really cool. That's right, Moggy, the part you're working on. So there are 3 or 4 basic things that I just told you that will serve you well in your coloring. Okay. Here's my dark green. And my medium. And right now, this little leaf is the most important thing right now. And I'm going to put all my time and effort into doing a good job. That means the blending. Everything adds up, guys. It really does. So if you have a bunch of little parts that you haven't been making your best effort on, it's going to affect everything. And we got a little teeny tiny leaf that I'm going to make the dark color. Now, while I'm here, and I deliberately did this, I left that part of the hat pattern uncolored because I wanted to get our leaves squared away. So now I'm going to come back with my orange. And then my really light orange here. So Luba, what project are you working on now? You've been posting some absolutely gorgeous pieces. And then I'm going to come in with a darker orange yet. It's kind of a pinkish orange. We'll get this little part here. And guys, if you're not coloring this piece with me, what are you coloring? Take your time. Hey, shout out to Mamie. Hi, Mamie. Mamie Hickstead. Mamie comes in every night and watches. She hasn't solved her commenting issue yet on YouTube. But she faithfully comes in every night and watches. So Mamie, how are you doing? And I hope you're doing well. Now we've got a weird little gap right here next to that leaf. So I'm going to fill that in with orange, the orange. Oh, is that pretty? And if anybody has any questions, don't be afraid to speak up. I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. I've got a spot here that needs to have the ivory. That's the Faber-Castell 103. And I'm going to put a little bit see. A little bit of dark green here. Now, I don't know about you, but I love that contrast between the green and the orange. I can't get that tune out of my head. Oh, Canada, da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. I better quit. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let me rotate a little further here after I close up this gap. We're going to go right there. Sandy, nice job on this piece, by the way. Saw your posting. So there's my darker orange. Here's our medium orange, which looks really cool with that darker orange. Again, following the grayscale. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest orange. Luba, ILene is singing the American version of Canada's national anthem. Oh, no disrespect intended. Luba may have popped out. Dorothy, did you print out your gnomes? And tell us about your trip. Oh, is that beautiful? Excuse. All right, let me pull out. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let me grab a little water here. Oh, that's pretty. A little bit of a finger blend. Okay, now I'm going to go along the bottom here. I'm going to skip this leaf for the moment and go to this one. Your phone won't connect to printer, so you'll have your daughter-in-law try and fix it tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our light green again. Dorothy, did you do a restart on your phone and your printer? Okay, there's my light green. There's my light green, there's my light green. Then my medium green. And then my dark green. Hold on. Where am I? There I am. There we go. Where am I? What I would do, Dorothy, is turn your printer off, restart your phone, and then turn your printer back on. Oh, Luba, no problem. We were just talking about you. Luba, you missed me singing the Canadian National Anthem. You made me think of it. Yeah, turn your printer off, restart your phone, and let your printer sit for a couple minutes. Restart your phone, turn your printer back on, and see if they connect. Okay. A-okay. B-okay. See if you are okay. Oh, Lordy. Mikey, help me. Sandy, help me. Okay. Now we're going to take a greenish blue. I think I'm so happy about the weather getting warmer. That's why I'm acting kind of silly tonight. Oh, let's see here. And I'll show you the colors that I'm choosing in a moment. So Luba, I was singing the first few bars of the Canadian national anthem. Oh Canada, da 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 da, da 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 da. No disrespect intended. Just in a good mood. I'll have what she's having. Oh, Sleepless in Seattle, if anybody remembers that. Okie dokie. You know, sometimes you just feel good. Okay. So, there's my dark. There's my medium. And here's my light. Good question. Sandy, are you feeling better? I'm glad you're feeling better enough to come in. Watch the broadcast. Okay, I'm going to start on this top leaf here. Oh, Sandy, that's wonderful. This pencil I'm using happens to be an Artex. Oh, it's nice and smooth. I love it. And by the way, I just want to neaten up this orange a little bit. There we go. Oh, yay! It worked! Woohoo! Yeah, its little brains just got scrambled. Dorothy, whenever you're having problems like that with your printer, do a restart. Okay, so there's my dark. Here's my medium. Come in lightly, guys. Don't pile drive your pencils. Yeah, Luba, this is a great hat. Luba, why don't you print it out and color it? I think you'd do a bang-up job on it. Dorothy, if you feel like coloring tonight, just start where I am right now. Oh, and guys, just a reminder, when you're rewatching my my broadcast, set the setting on 2, so it goes 2 times faster. You can still understand me perfectly. And it works out really well. Okay, let me pull out so you can see that color. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I'm going to do the one next to it. So we've got our dark at the bottom, our medium on either side, and then our light in the center. Too pretty. And then I'm going to slide down to the bottom here. Remember I did this middle leaf here, told you to leave these on either side. Here's our dark. Oh gosh, Dorothy, I don't know, maybe 3 days ago. Here's our medium. And then our light. Now, my light's getting a little lost in here. So I'm going to take a little bit of, let's see. This is always the decision between the cream and the white. I'm going to use my white. Yeah, it shouldn't be hard. The way that you'll find the gnome is to do, the way that you find the gnome is to look for breaking news. Look at that date. All right, check out how I'm using the white just to highlight this just a little bit. We're just going to kiss it with that white pencil. Look how cool that looks. La, da, da, da. All right, I'm going to go back up to my top leaf here. Okay. Oh, is that pretty? Luba, I'm funny even when I don't intend to be. People describe me as weird but nice. Hey, if I make you guys laugh, I've done my job. Okay, let's do our third leaf over here, this darker blue, this bluish turquoise-ish color. Now notice I'm bringing that darker color all the way up around the edge. Take your time. Mamie, are you laughing? There's our dark. So as I was mentioning, maybe she can watch, but for some reason the system won't let her comment. So she's a loyal viewer, but she can't say anything. And we're trying to figure out why. So we can all talk about her and she can't say anything back. Oh, ILene. Okay, let's hit this with a little white now. Luba, what is what? What it is. Isn't that white beautiful on here? A little bit of a finger blend. Oh, is that pretty? Check it out. Okay. Now, grab your red pencils because we've got 3 berries here. So you want to go with the dark, medium, and light red. And it's very, very important that we, oh my gosh, I'm going over the edge, that we get good distinct reds. So has anybody been using space heaters at all for to help keep warm? I just have too much choice of things that you'd like to color. Oh, okay. So that's Luba's polite way of saying that she won't be coloring this. All right, guys, you heard it. Luba's blowing me off. All right, let's see what we can do for our red here. The white around, oh, the white around the flower, Luba, is actually the paper. I just didn't color in. That's just the paper. I didn't put anything on it. Isn't that beautiful? And the same with the little dot there. Doesn't draw my nose out. Maggie, you have an electric fireplace? Okay. Let's get these berries done. Here's my darkest red. This is my Crab Black Matter Faber-Castell 142. Oh, doesn't dry your nose out. Is that what you meant, Maggie? I got it. It took me a second. And then my next red is my medium red. And then a very light red. I'm actually going to not use a light red. I'm going to use a pink. And then I'm going to take Payne's Gray. And I'm going to outline this just a little bit with my darker color yet, because I still want that shaded. Isn't that pretty? Luba, did you get my answer about the flowers? It's just the paper. No color at all, no white, nothing. Okay, let's do our next little berry. I'm up at the top one. I'm going to rotate this just a little bit, make it easier for me. Here's my darkest red. Here's my medium. Here's my lightest, which is my pink. I'm going to back blend that over my medium. And to anybody that's watching, if I say something that you don't understand, please ask. And then I'm going to come in with my Payne's Gray. And run that around the edge just a little bit while blending it in. And that way we get a little definition. On this. So 3 reds and the Payne's Gray. All right, let's get this next berry done. Oh, I was talking about a pencil, but it's okay. All right. What? Make up your mind now. Hold on, guys. Putty Cat needs a little water. Here. Hold on. Okay. And yes, my pipes are still frozen. I'm hoping they thaw out next week. Goodbye, Luba. Thanks for stopping by. No, I'm in a house. I dribbled them, but they still froze. So there's my dark. Here's our medium. and then my light, which again is my pink. And we'll back blend that a little onto my medium. Now I want you to look at the difference between these two berries. No, Luba, it's the paper. I just didn't color over on it.
For me to help with that, try searching in the Apple Watch app on your.
Well, you really have to go. All right, Luba. Thanks for stopping by. All right, everybody see the difference? This looks richer and more defined. So here we go with the Payne's Gray. I'm actually just going to stay on the left-hand side with this. That'll make it look cool. And then I'll come back with a medium here on the other. And guys, this is the way that you should be coloring with detail. That's what makes your pieces look so, so nice. Now, while I'm here, I've got lighter green here in these areas. Don't forget to turn your pencil. I'm having way too much fun with this particular picture. And then we've got this leaf here where we have the lighter part in the center. So there's my light. And while I'm here, I'll work up my medium and my dark. Here's my medium. And then my dark. And it's especially critical on your leaves that you get a good blend. We'll get these veins here. Any questions? And if you need to pop back in with your light, to blend, look how pretty that is. We'll brush that. Okay, let's move up here. Here's our dark. Medium. And our light. Oh, so yesterday, yesterday I was telling you that I had to, I couldn't order from Walmart because they're booked through Saturday. So I ordered from Sam's. Got everything except my tortilla chips. Called Sam's today. All right, let me move over here. So I called Sam's today, and they told me that they could refund me, but I'd have to reorder. Well, to get delivery from Sam's, they charge $8 for the delivery. And I mentioned that to the Sam's manager, and he said, well, you can come into the store and get a refund, which defeats the purpose of getting the delivery. And he said my other option, now I'm going to grab my medium here, my other option was to order online. Well, remember we're talking about tortilla chips here. They are in a box, two large bags in a box. But I found that they don't exactly travel well. So, upshot, I got my refund. I did order them online. We'll see how they come in. Oh my. All right, so I'm going to come in with this dark. And I want to soften the veins here in this leaf. Now, sometimes you have to go against convention of the grayscale in order to get it to look the way that you want. So that's what I'm doing. Don't be concerned about doing that. It works. Finger blend. If something doesn't look right to you, change it. This is why I keep telling you, I'm going to use just a little bit of blender pencil here. That's why I keep telling you, don't go brain dead when you do grayscale. And I'm going to come back with some light here. And a little bit more of the dark. Oh, excuse me, medium. Okay. I just clean up that tip a little. All right, let's do our leaf at the end here. Now, this is a pretty dark leaf. So I'm going to start my dark here. But instead of going with the medium, which is what the grayscale calls for, because of the shade of the gray, I'm going to come in with my light green. And sometimes that happens, that you'll have something that's really dark. Now, if I were to put my medium on there, the medium wouldn't show up very well. So that's why I'm putting my light on here. Basically, guys, when you color, think. Don't just blindly fill in areas. Some people, when they do grayscale, they think that they have to do exactly what's on the paper. And I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily true. Now I'm going to blend this in a little better. Blending, 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 rawhide. That's our little blending song, courtesy of Maggie. And it's meant to get you to think about blending. Okay, let me pull out. What do you think? Hopefully you're coloring this with me. I think I'm going to grab my blending stump and just soften these leaves a little bit. I have the bottom of a leaf that I missed here. Let me go back to that real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Guys, if you're not coloring this gnome with me, what are you coloring? Okay, much better. Isn't that ridiculously cute? Now, the only thing that we have left on this, I have a little detail that I want to do. I've got to do the face, a little bit on the beard, the butterfly, and the footies. I hope you're happy with your piece that you're getting out of this. It's way too cute. I'm very happy with it, and I hope you're happy with the piece that you're doing. Okay, project change. World of Wonders. So last night I was doing these orangey things. I'm going to switch up my project here. Let me see something. Let's see. Oh, let me check colors here. Okay, I'm going to play around with the fish. Now, what I like to do on a project like this, we've got some, you know, I didn't want to do the orange all the way across. And I like to move around a little bit. Actually, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to work on the spiny things. And then I'll get to the fish. So if you're wondering why I move around, it's, you know, you don't want to get bored doing one thing. If you're not careful, something can get tedious. And you sure don't want that to happen. So I'm going to work with my turquoise. And I'm going to start with my lighter turquoise. Let me move my camera just a little bit. Now, when I get back on camera, I want you to notice that with my lighter turquoise, as I move up this, I'm going to get lighter and lighter with the pencil. So it's one pencil, but a different shade. And when you're coloring, I want you to practice doing this. People get into the habit of thinking that they have to completely change pencils. And that's not necessarily true. And then when I get up here, I'm going to add some pink at the top. Check it out. Be sure to back blend. And again, this top is just a lighter version of the color that I used at the bottom. Mammy, how are your pieces coming out? Mammy Hickstead. All right, I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup. And then I'm going to come in with my darker bluish green. This is called actually ocean green. And adding this extra shade. Now, I want you to notice that I'm not coloring everything over with the darker turquoise. I'm tending to hang out near the sides. And that gives us a really neat multicolor effect. I'm basically just tracing over my outside line. Check it out. And then I'm going to come in with my darker pinkish red. Same thing. I'm tracing around the outside. And you'll see this effect when I pull out. And notice when I go over this turquoise with my darker pink, that gives us another color altogether, a purplish color. So I want you to see even on this simple little spiky thing, there are ways to really pull it together. And now we've got all sorts of colors on this. Check it out. How cool does that look? Let me pull out so you can see the full effect. Close up, it looks a little wonky, but when you look at it at normal view, it comes together beautifully. Okay. Let's pop over to our next one here. The name is escaping me what this stuff is called. Somebody tell me. No, not seaweed. Doggone it, there's a name for it. It's hard and brittle. If you were a scuba diver, you could go down and break it off. Coral. Thank you, Maggie. Yes, that's it. Coral. Could not think of that for the life of me. All right, notice how I'm drawing at the different, or coloring at the different shades. Don't you hate that when a name escapes you? Oh. Okay. Let me grab a little water here. That's why I keep you around. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, let's slide over to the next set. Now, on this one, I'm going to just basically stick with the turquoise. Remember, when you're coloring something like this, you want to go ahead and vary what you're doing. You don't want to be identical through everything. Oh, hold on, gotta check something. Okay. Now, this is where it's going to be really important, where you turn your pencil as you color. When I pick up my pencil to move around, I turn it. And the idea is to keep that point intact as long as possible. Now, when I get out to the tips of these, I'm going to put just a little bit of pink on there. Not much. And what I want you to think about is that as I'm doing this, when somebody looks at your coloring when you've done this, they're going to notice that you took the time to put this detail in. And they're going to go, wow, that's neat. I'm going to put a little orange in here too as well. Guys, be playful with your colorings. That's what makes them so much fun. Okay, I'm on the lighter of the two turquoise yet. Still? Yet still. Okay. And I really hope that this is giving you some ideas about coloring coral. Linda, is Michelle still watching? I wanted to ask Michelle what she thought of this coral. She's brushing her teeth. Okay. Hi, Brittany. Okay. Now, let's put in our darker turquoise. We want to get that shading in. Hey, yeah, okay. Yep. I thought Kathy had popped in. Now, notice I'm working on the edges here. on the sides. And notice how I'm varying the shading. On the entire piece. And I also want you to notice that on some of these areas here, like the straight parts, I'm shading all of it in. Now I'm going to strengthen my orange a little bit. And my pink area. So last night on TV, a little funny story here. I was watching the NFL replays. I like to watch the NFL replay games on Pluto. So last night I went to tune in the game. And the game happened to be where it was snowing like crazy. This was, they play older games, you know, like 2022, 23. I absolutely could not bring myself to watch that game with all that snow. Snow and cold. So I watched Hogan's Heroes instead. All right, let me pull out. Our aqua's looking pretty cool. Check it out. Okay. And we'll slide over to the next. Now this one, I will do all aqua. Turquoise is what I meant to say. Guys, what are you coloring while I'm doing this? Linda said gnomes. Maggie, what are you coloring? Oh, nothing, just watching. All right. Linda is not crocheting tonight. She's coloring. Now, notice when I'm coloring something like this, I like to outline the shape and then fill it in. It seems to help. Sandy, you're working on your freebie Valentine's pick. Good. Isn't that pretty? Sometimes simplest is best. All right. And let's go over to the side here. Again, remember this is my lightest turquoise. And then I'm going to come in with my darker turquoise. And we'll start to shade this up a little bit. Notice that I'm not completely coloring the lighter turquoise. Or over it, I meant to say. We'll let both shades shine through. Shine on, harvest moon. All right. Pretty. Let me pull out. Now, after I do this, we'll start up the fish. Let me get comfortable in my chair. Shift around a little bit. Okay, I think on this last coral, I'm going to work on with the pinks and the oranges. So let me zoom in and get lined up. Now, I'm not going to put too much orange in here because we have the orange thingies here. All right, I just got a weather notice that light rain is going to be happening, so that's good. Warmer temperatures, light rain. Snow goes away. Now you'll start to notice how pretty this pink looks with this orange. All right, let me get a little water here. Maybe, how's it going with your coloring? I know you can't answer back, just wanted to give you a shout out. Now, don't forget, you can outline here. Color in the center works really well. Oh, how pretty is this? Now, this page is definitely one of those pages that has quite a bit of detail. That again, you take your time, you don't rush. enjoy the process, guys. And for anybody that is watching and just came in, this is Worlds of Wonder by Johanna Bosford. How pretty is that? All right, let me pull out. Check it out. You check it in, check it out, check up. Waiter, I'll take the check. Ooh, checkmate. Okay. Sometimes my eraser sticks to the paper. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something going on with this paper that's giving me all the trouble. This paper is several years old. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to come in with my darker pinky red. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And you can definitely see Sandy, good night. Thanks for popping in. You can definitely see the dimension on this. And at this point, I am thinking that I don't want to add that orange. Now, you guys know that when I'm coloring, I will talk through my thought process. That's what people tell me they like about my broadcasts, is I tell you the what I'm doing and then the why. All right, let me pull out. I like that just the way it is. I like it. I love it. And then I'm going to go back with my lighter pink. And we'll blend and smooth. Isn't that beautiful? We done good. All right. Let's take a look at this puppy. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if I can get out here to see the whole thing. Unfortunately, my iPad holder only reaches so far. But you can get the idea of it. All right. So I'm going to work with golds and oranges on the goldfish. We could be a little unconventional and go with different colors, but I'm just really feeling goldfish here. So let me pull a light, medium, and dark orange. Anybody have any questions? Please ask. Dorothy is still hanging in with us. All right. Shine on. All right. And I'm looking for a really robust orange here. Let me get a fresh piece of paper. Shine on harvest moon. All right, I'm happy with my dark and my medium. Shine on harvest moon. And there's a good light. Okay. Let me swatch these for you. Let me get this corner. So here's my dark. Here's my medium. We're back to that bridging discussion where one color blends into another. And there's my light. We done good. Grab a little more water. Okay. So I'm going to start on the fins. And again, I'm going to use golds and oranges. So here's my dark orange. And you know, it's really funny if you think about it. When you see a goldfish, they're really orange. They're not really gold. But then again, there's a bunch of different varieties. So some can look more gold, but think about it, they are more orange. So there's my dark. I'm going to back blend now my medium. What does that mean? I go back into my previous color. Ooh, that's pretty. See if I can get a good compromise here so you can see everything but still see enough detail. Notice how the one color seamlessly disappears into the next. Now I'm going to put in my light here. I'm not quite done with my medium. But what I want is I want my medium to mirror basically the movement of the fin. See how it curves down here and then up? So I'm going to have my light orange do that same thing. So see how this goes down and then up? And guys, when you do this, again, see how this line dips? When you do this on your colorings, that's what really makes your pieces stand out. Because trust me, there are colors out there that don't do this. See how you can see the difference? Check it out. And then I'm going to bring my dark down a little bit more. We'll play with that. And just make sure that every tone blends in and disappears into the next color. Shine on. Isn't that cool? And then you can finger blend that just a little bit. I'm coming back with my light orange. And notice how I'm blending over that division line between my medium and my light to make it disappear. Guys, I can't say this enough. You've got to get your blending under control. Or mastered, I guess is the word that we want to use. Okay. We've got about 10 more minutes. Hopefully you're learning something and enjoying this. Let's work our dark, medium, and light on this next fin. And notice how our edge is rough. Don't come straight across. And we need to blend out that division line with our medium. And then we'll come in with our light. Isn't that pretty? And then this is where you play with your different shades, you might want to bring your medium down a little bit more, but make sure that you color out those division lines. Oh, how pretty. And I'm going to come back with the dark, and I'm going to come down on that edge. Check how that jazzes that up. Questions, comments? Are you learning something? All right. Let's do our next little fin. Now, sometimes when we have a smaller area, we may choose to do a dark and then a medium. And this is where I don't want you to get so hung up in your dark, medium, and light that regardless of what the image is, that's what you do is the dark, medium, and light. Now, we can do that here, but we're going to do a little bit different. And I'm just going to use my dark and my medium. Now, what do you notice about this fin? What's wrong with it? And the answer is, it's not blended. You've got a stark, darker line here. I hope you noticed that right away. So I'm going to come back in with my darker color, and we're going to phase that phase the darker orange into the lighter orange. Now, keep in mind, if you intended to have more of the medium orange, you need to end your darker orange line a little bit shorter and leave room for that area that you're going to blend. Think of it kind of like a neutral zone, maybe. Oh, that is so pretty. Now, I really can't start another area because I've run out of time. I've only got a couple minutes left. But having said that, hang with me. Having said that, I'm going to start at least with my darkest color on this tail. So let me pull out just a little bit. So here on my tail, we'll go ahead and I'll just start up this dark. Now, if you're coloring with me, don't take your dark out too far. And remember, leave room for your blending zone. Okay, we're good to go. Let me pull out. It's 10 o'clock, my time. Yes, I can hear the collective groan. We were on a roll. We were, ILene. And this is where we are on this piece. How cool is that? Isn't that cool? Let's see if I can get up any high. Oh yeah, there you go. Check it out. And wait until you see the gold on here. Okay, I hope you like it. I think it's turning out beautifully. And then we have our little gnome guy. I anticipate that I will be finishing him up tomorrow. And if I still have time in the first hour and a half, I will go back over to our gnome couple sitting on the log. So that'll work out. All right. Guys, I'm done. Have a great rest of the evening. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Please, please, please like this video. That is so important to me. And I think it's very little to ask for the time that I've spent with you showing you this. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. Dorothy, so glad to have you back. I really am. Take care, everybody. Love ya. All right, guys. That's it. Bye.